Morning, everybody. Oh, too bad.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So Metro, I'm Reverend Michael Torpey.
Reverend Valerie Torpey.
I'm Sheila Fawson.
I'm Greg Clausen. We help out with the broadcast.
I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia, and I'll be doing the readings.
My name is Raheem, and I love that dog. I'm
Sorry.
gonna play some songs today.
Thanks. All right, nice to see everybody.
So let's get started with the invocation.
So I just invite you to center yourself as we recognize there is one power, one presence, one life. And it is my life and Reverend Michael's life and the life of everyone present here today, putting on this service and everyone present with us as we represent this service and all of those who tune in later. And so I bless this service and I bless each and every one of us. And I know that this service unfolds in absolute ease and grace and effortlessness. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
So it is.
So, Raheem, are you ready to do the pleasure of a song?
Yes, I do. I have a song inspired by being with a group of friends, and I took a picture of them just doing their thing, talking, and I realized that the power was in their connection, and so I wrote a song called "The Perfect Circle," and which symbolizes kind of our strength and our unity together, that we're stronger together. Such a perfect circle built upon a life beyond our wildest dreams. The grace of full surrender unlocks the doors to so much more than we could know. There's beauty in the struggle and history in tears. The circle of our loved ones can chase away the fears. Chase away the fears. But in this crystal journey, cracks may come that catch the sun and give more light. There's beauty in the struggle and history in tears. The circle of our loved ones can chase away the fears. Chase away the fears in this perfect circle. Perfect circle that is our life and all of us here now.
Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
My pleasure.
Very deep. So we got some stuff we have to do, and we'll be back to you shortly.
The purpose of the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro is to be supportive to all those who are seeking support, to practice and live unconditional love, to be non-judgmental and forgiving, to embrace oneness, to join all others who want to co-create a world that works for everyone, all cultures, all races, all sexual orientations, all life. And so it is. So I invite you to like us and check in on Facebook, CSL North Metro, and check out our website, cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us and add yourself to the email list. You can request prayers on our website, and we'll pray on it all week. And the affirmations and spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer that Stephen Anthony writes are up there. Every week we put new ones up, but I leave some of the old ones up too, because every single one of them is very good. So if you're needing a prayer, you can just go right there and have one. And today's title is Make No Need for Need.
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm done.
So we're ready for Ernest?
We are.
And I'm ready for everyone. So hello, everyone. I get to do the readings and the affirmations for the week of January 28th, 2024, written for us by Stephen Anthony. Please repeat after me. I trust in the presence of spirit to guide my life.
I trust in the presence of spirit to guide my life.
I choose the path of my highest spiritual connection and evolution.
I choose the path of my highest spiritual connection and evolution.
I am aware of the divine light seeking to express as me.
I am aware of the divine light seeking to express as me.
My energy, emotions, and thoughts are aligned for my highest good.
My energy, emotions, and thoughts are aligned for my highest good.
I am grateful for all the experiences that have led me to where I am today.
I am grateful for all the experiences that have led me to where I am today.
As I deepen my consciousness, I raise the frequency of all life.
As I deepen my consciousness, I raise the frequency of all life.
And together we say,
And so it is.
Okay, today there are two readings, two authors, and I'm going to read just a little bit of each of their writings. The authors are Ernest Holmes and Bessie Anderson Stanley. And so here goes. The Secret Already Known by Ernest Holmes. A treatment is a statement in the law, embodying the concrete idea of our desires and accompanied by an unqualified faith that the law works for us as we work with it. Let us waste no further time looking for the secret of success or the key to happiness. Already, the door is open, and whosoever will may enter. Okay, that's number one. Number two, Success by Bessie Anderson Stanley. Those who have achieved success, who have lived well, laughed often, and loved much, who have enjoyed the trust of heartful women, the respect of intelligent men, and the love of little children, who have filled their niche and accomplished his task, who have left the world better than they found it, whether by an improved copy, a perfect poem, or a rescued soul, who have never lacked appreciation of earth's beauty or failed to express it, who have always looked for the best in others and given them the best they had, whose life was an inspiration, whose memory a benediction. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Ernest. So once again, let's bring forth Raheem. Hey,
Hello, I'm back. The song is called "Born on a Sunday," and it covers. It's an autobiography, but I wrote it as kind of a parallel to the stages of life. You're born, and I was born in San Francisco, and so you'll hear references. And then you learn to walk, and that's a metaphor, you know. You fall in love, or you have love in your life, and then eventually we pass over. And so this song is called "Born on a Sunday," and all in all, we realize that we were never alone. I was born on a Sunday with a view of a gold gate, and the walls were moving as I reached my hand to you. Learn to walk on a steep hill, falling down my first thrill. All along, you beside me, with your arms reached out. I can still remember sunny days in September. All my days fell in love on a Tuesday. You were hands to my wet clay. All along, you beside me, with your arms reached out. I have tasted cloud nine, felt the heat of sunshine. All my days, now I know we were never alone. No, no, no. I laid down on a Friday. The sun was out as the trees swayed and the walls stopped moving as I reached my hands to you. I can still remember sunny days in September. Oh, yeah. All my days. La 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 la. Ooh, la 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 la. Ooh. All my days.
fantastic.
Thank you.
It was written by you, about you.
That's right. For us.
You gotta love it. That's our philosophy. It's always about ourselves
Beautiful.
and the growth and the inspiration. So thank you for inspiring.
Oh, my pleasure.
Okay, we'll be back to you soon. So here we are. You know, this title, Make No Need for Need, reminds me of when I first came into this teaching. I had a lot of needs. And what I learned is that I was making them of myself just by needing. A lot of people come into this philosophy with a need, whether it's love or peace or prosperity or radiant health or anything like that. There's a need, and we come into this teaching by some miraculous way. I know I came in through through a person who I met at a party, and we started talking about spirituality. And I told her I came from Catholicism, and I was searching for a long time for this right place to grow and expand in my own spirituality. And that's when I found this teaching, and it was amazing how instantly I knew that this was what I needed. And the many journeys that I went on step by step to get to where I am today by practicing the principles that we teach in our philosophy. What was strong for me in the very beginning, there were 4 things that if I followed, so I was told, that things would change in my life. And those things are to observe, to discover, to embrace, and to declare. So, to observe, we are capable of looking at ourselves from outside and observing things that we may want to change, or things that are holding us back or keeping us from growing. For instance, one of the things that I felt was missing in my life was prosperity. So there was a need to bring more prosperity in my life, and I got to observe how anytime this subject came up, this feeling would come within me that wasn't very pleasant. And I knew from my observations that that's where the work needed to be done. That in truth, I'm as rich as I can possibly be in all my life. And I wasn't looking at the richness in my life. I was looking at the lack and limitations in my life. And there, again, was the word. I observed this, and it was up to me to change it, because we all have to do the work on ourselves in order to change, in order to grow, in order to experience our own connection to our spiritual life. So, the one thing that in observing that was taught to me was, don't judge it, whatever comes through, don't judge, and don't try to immediately fix it, because whatever it is that was in me that was limiting my ability to bring more good in my life was caused by me and past thinking. And that will take some work. That will take declaring. But before we declare, when we're in this observation place, what will happen is it'll seem like just out of nowhere, something will come to me, and I'll instantly have this discovery I discovered something that was lacking in my life. I discovered something that I had been declaring all my life as truth. And it's no wonder that it shows up in my life, because I've been declaring it as long as I can remember. I am poor, I don't have enough, I wish I had some more. And in that discovery, I get to embrace the misthinking that I had spent in my life. I get to embrace it. What does embrace mean? It just means that you don't have to be sorry for it, or you don't have to really do anything about it. You just have to embrace it as what is. And something takes place in that embracing. You're not emotionally caught up in the mistakes you've made in your life. You're not emotionally caught up in where I'm not emotionally caught up in where I am at this stage of my life, being, and I'm talking about when I first came into classes. And I discover that within me, there's a power and presence that can change anything in my life. I discovered that there's, as Ernest Holmes put, all the success I need is in a statement that I make about myself. So if I declare that I'm perfect, whole, and complete, that I'm sufficiently provided for in all areas of my life, then I get to just be in that power of my own word and to manifest. So when someone says it's all we need is speaking our word, declaring the truth. That is the truth. I am when I was going through my notes and looking over things that I had spoken on this subject, I found this story that I experienced once a long time ago. I was sitting on a panel for an individual to enter ministerial school. And in order to be accepted in ministerial school, you have to first sit on the panel, and the panel asks all the questions. There are three ministers talking or paneling this individual who was a practitioner for 14 years, and she wanted to start ministerial school. So I don't know why, but this question came to my mind, so I thought I'd ask her. And I asked her, what is your thoughts about me? How do you feel about that word? And she sat there and thought about it. She goes, it's an interesting question. I've been afraid of flying my whole entire life. And I have a job, a career, where I have to fly all the time. And I get sick the night before. I can't sleep the night before. I can't sleep on the plane. I'm fearful. I have all kinds of bad feelings. And literally sometimes I've gotten sick. And that created a need that was in my life. So I'm going through these classes, and this need keeps growing and growing. And one day in meditation, I heard, "You don't need me." And I thought, wow, I don't need me. I don't need to need anything. So I left a couple of days afterwards on the plane, and I noticed that it wasn't quite as bad when I started thinking in the lines of fear or whatever. I just says, I don't need me. I don't need fear. I don't need any of this. And even though I was still having similar experiences, it wasn't quite as bad. And then some time goes by and I'm in class and something somebody says reminds me of what came in a dream the night before. And in the dream, I was told to become a pilot. And I thought, okay. But, you know, I took that challenge because I was in private training and I understood that this whole thing of becoming a pilot was about stepping into my fear. And so I took pilot lessons, and I've never experienced fear in a plane ever again. And there was a shift from I need to heal this to I want to reveal what is my highest good in letting go of my fears and my anxiousness. And so those three panelists sat there and thought, this individual is ready for ministerial school. She's done the work. She's taken on big challenges and let go of this thing of need. Because we don't need need. We just need to say yes to the spirit within us, knowing that all is well all the time.
That's very good. So I looked up need in the Science of Mind textbook, and I didn't find any place where it talked about being needy or having needs. It talked about you need to do this and you need to do this. And I thought, oh, that's not exactly what I was looking for. And so I have a few quotes and then some thoughts about that. First of all, pray believing that it's done. And then it is done to us as we believe. Clear our minds of disbelief and think thoughts of success. So every time we're thinking, I need this or I need that, and in my case, it's not about money, it's about time. And I've talked about this like over and over, how I fill my schedule and then I'm always needing more time or needing to do more work or needing. And so it's the same thing. It's like we just look at what is it that we have the opportunity to look at it a little more deeply and say, how am I creating what it is I don't want by thinking about what I need? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So it's in whether it's I don't have enough money, or whether it's I don't have enough time, or it's I have too many things to do and not enough, well, it's not enough time to do it, or whatever it is that we're thinking, we're creating. So wherever it is in our lives, whether it's I need love, or I need peace, or I need to lose weight, or I need whatever it is, it's about our thinking around it. And that's our whole teaching. It's like, what is it? Change your thinking, change your life. I just space it for a minute. And so we get the opportunity to learn how to change our thinking. And that's really what this teaching is about, is how do we change our thinking from what we don't want, what we're afraid of, what we don't, to I already have everything I need. I already have everything I want. And I have the opportunity to change my thinking from I don't to I do. Mm-hmm. And as I change my thinking from I don't to I do, then I do have everything I need. I do have enough time. I do get it all done. And it's like that for everything. And he also says, as God's child, our wisdom is unlimited. And for us to have that wisdom, I think it takes being in the stillness to allow that wisdom to come. I mean, I'm not gonna get wise sitting at my desk overworking. It's the time in the meditation where I'm allowing whatever it is that's mine to know to come, or just being in the stillness, or sometimes that's being in. I get a lot of colors when I meditate, but it's there's being and doing, and I have a tendency to do more than I be, and it's really a balance of being and doing and being and doing. And so treatment opens up avenues of thought. It expands the consciousness and lets reality through it. It clarifies the mentality and removes the obstructions of all thought and lets in the light. So we spend a lot of time learning about what we call the science of mind treatment or affirmative prayer, and realizing that as we think, as we change our thoughts, as we begin to claim that we already have what we want, that we already have everything that we need, that everything is supplied to us. We just have to recognize it. It's just like the story that you just told. We all have those stories where we were hung up on a thing that we begin to realize whatever we're thinking about, we create. So if I'm thinking about what I don't want, I create more of what I don't want. As I train myself to recognize when I'm thinking about what I don't want, and think about what I do want, and think about what I can create, and think about how I already have it, then it just magically happens. And so as we begin to think about what we do want, I think this is another one for me, to be willing to receive. Because I've been always a giver. And so learning to also be the receiver has been a process for me, like giving and receiving. It reminds me of a time when my sister was trying to give me something and I was trying to give it back because I have more than she did. And so I wanted her to have whatever it was instead of give it to me. And she looked at me and she said, "Here's where you say thank you." And that was such a lesson for me. It's like, oh, I enjoy giving and she enjoys giving too. And so it's important that I give and receive. It's important that when somebody's trying to give me something, I say thank you. It's important when I think I need something that I recognize I already have it and say thank you. And so just learning to expect the good, accept the good, be grateful for the good, and more good comes around. And as we think we don't have it, then we don't have it. When we know we do have it, we do have it. And it's the biggest change in science of mind is that what we think about expands. And so I was listening to you talk about your search for that. I went to church when I was a little kid and it was fine. And then I was looking for a church and I'd get in there and I'd listen to what they were saying. And one of the times we went to a church and nobody talked to us. It was a great big church and it was full of people. And some of those people I actually even knew from work, and nobody talked to us. And I thought, is this really the kind of spiritual organization that I want to be part of? Do I really want to? No, I don't. And so my search was more for finding something I already believe than searching for how to change it. Because I've really done a lot of reading and a lot of work all of myself, but I think the change and the growth happens faster in community than it does when we're working all by ourselves.
Gracias.
And so I was really looking for that community of like-minded people, of people who believe the things that I believe and who practice the things that I believe, so that we could practice them together, as opposed to sitting there listening to someone talk at me about something that I'm pretty sure I don't believe. And so, well, I digress. So love flows through us and from us. And so the more that we give love, the more that we receive love. It's the same thing. It's the more we give, we receive. The more we receive, the more we should give. And it's all of this is all just a process. And this is from your invisible power. Ernest says, expect to have the good we want when we want it, and as much of it as we can take and use. Expect to have it. I think so many of us expect to not have it because that's how we grew up, or that's the experiences that we've had. And so just really, really changing our whole mindset to expect to have it. All the good we want when we need it, and we take it and we use it. So
When you think about the word need, I need anything, it means that I don't have anything. It means I need it, therefore I don't have it. But we have everything that we need, and there's so much more. All we have to do is tap into it. So make no need for need. It's up to us to not make up these things when we need something, because we already have everything. And all we have to do is declare it. I realized this whole couple of weeks where I think it was 3 services ago that I declared that I found my illustrator. Well, for years, I've been saying this with all the power I can. I need an illustrator. Before I can go any further, I need an illustrator. And it makes sense why I haven't found him until I declared on the air that I have this illustrator, and it's coming to me. It is mine right now. And I got one.
almost immediately.
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so compare it. I need to get an
Yeah.
illustrator. I have an illustrator, and it's mine right now. You see the power in that? It's all in observing how you say things, why you say things, the feelings you're having around the things you say.
And the belief that you have that is behind it.
Right?
Yeah.
And everything that you desire is yours right now. You need to claim it with absolute perfect belief, without any doubt, and claim it some more, because that little doubt will always slip in. When I say I need an illustrator, there was doubt that I could get one, because I would prove it to myself time after time. These people that were great artists and everything, I'd ask them if they'd like to do it. They'd read it and they'd say no.
Or you had one that said yes and was a good illustrator, and
And
he died.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's amazing. And if you do these 4 things, observe, allow yourself to discover, embrace the thoughts that are contrary, embrace it by saying you're nothing, and nothing can enter my spirit, and then declare the absolute truth. I have my illustrator now. And he just sent me the first couple of samples of body shapes And it's exciting. And all I have to do is declare it and not need it. Declare it.
So, what is it that you're needing that it's time for you to declare a resolution to? And, sometimes it takes classes and it takes attending a spiritual center where that you get to practice these things, and especially classes really help with the practices that build our confidence and our clarity. And so I highly recommend that as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's all about the practice.
Mhm.
Yes.
We pray.
So I just invite you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and recognize that God is breathing our breath. God is the thinker of our thoughts. That we fully and totally exist in that one power and that one presence, that everything is God. So I know that as we begin to let go of that which no longer serves us and begin to hold on to the fact that there is only God, that we know peace and love and truth and harmony and radiant health, and that we are manifesting that which serves our highest purpose, and that we are knowing for everyone else that their highest purpose is being achieved too, and we know peace and joy and harmony and oneness and enoughness, and we're just in that space of absolutely dwelling in that space of the Most High, in that place of oneness, in that place of peace and love and power and joy. And I'm just so grateful for that, for myself, for each one listening to us today, and for everyone everywhere. So as I give thanks for this being done, I also recognize health for Lana and Harold's grandson. I surround him in that light. I surround him in that love. I surround him in that place where he is that picture of absolute radiant health. And I surround the doctors who are involved in this wellness with absolute knowing exactly what to do to bring about that wellness, that it is already, that wellness is already done. And in absolute gratitude, I just release this word into the light, into the love, into the spirit and power of the one mind, absolutely knowing, accepting, and believing that it is already done.
Yes.
And knowing it is done, I know there's nothing more for me to do, but release it, let it go, allow it to be. And together we say, and so it is. Amen, Amin, Aho, Ashe, and woo-hoo!
I think I'm thinking way too much. People say I'm in a rush, and nothing really gets real done. And I know that there's so much to do in this life we save, where time can't erase. So maybe I'll get out of bed, set some goals, get ahead, fill the shelf with books I've read. Ooh, 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 I wonder what became of me, and what's up with this self-pity. I should focus on the love I see, 'cause I know that there's not really more. In this life we take, we're what time can't erase. The future is grace. In this life we face what time can't erase. So maybe I'll get out of bed, build a birdhouse, bake some bread, reconsider things I've said. Ooh, oh, oh, yeah. Ooh, oh, oh, oh.
Thank you, Raheem. Wonderful.
Pleasure.
I just want to point out, I want to apologize for the misspelling of your last name. It's Quasi, and it's not
That's right.
Ramsey. So I apologize for that. I'm sure it'll be fixed, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Very good.
Well. Are you thinking about something good that you got from the service? Did something open something up for you? If so, then give thanks by supporting us in our quest to be the change we want to see in the world. Each one of us doing our own spiritual work and showing appreciation for our growth and our strength, and for being able to watch us every week. You can do so by just giving, and Reverend Valerie will help you how to do that.
So the easiest way is go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and just about a little ways down on the first page, there are several ways of giving. There's a QR code there that will also be coming up if you happen to use Venmo, and there are a couple ways of giving. So, and also, if you're a person that writes checks, our address is on the website. You can mail them to us. We accept checks. So,
And if you're in the neighborhood, drop by,
yeah,
give some cash.
absolutely.
We like cash.
We'd like you to be in the neighborhood and stop by too.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So, with that being said, you are energy, you are pure energy, and we will accept that energy as you shine it towards the screen, which transfers to us and into this basket as abundance and prosperity. So together, repeat after me. I give thanks for this opportunity to give from my heart,
I give thanks for this opportunity to give from my heart.
whether it be in cash, whether it be in other ways of paying, whether it be in just sending light and love for our spiritual center.
Whether it be in cash, whether it be in other ways, whatever way it is. There's something about light and love to our spiritual center. That was a long one.
So I just give thanks.
So I just give thanks.
Simply giving thanks,
Simply giving thanks.
realizing it is done.
Realizing it is done.
I let it go and let it be.
I let it go and let it be.
So
So it is.
that it.
Yeah, we'll get one more song.
When you're walking in the sunlight, all that stars so bright on your face. Yeah, when the clouds are high above you, think of those that love you. They're always there. Oh, raindrops, it's just their thoughts of closer times. Don't let the darkness scare you, they still can see through that blanket of time. They're always there in the air that we breathe. Yeah. Don't forget that love is set in stone. You're not alone. They're always there. Yeah. They're always there, all in the air, the air that we breathe. Don't forget the love is set in stone. You're not alone. They're always there. In the air, they're always there. Yes, they are. Thank you.
Yes, you are a unique individual, and your music is so uniquely interesting and uplifting. Thank you.
My pleasure. And I appreciate being a part of this beautiful circle right here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anybody have anything they want to share? No?
Well, what just a takeaway for me is to observe my thoughts without judgment and trying to fix things. Oh my, it's going to be a fun week. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely identifying those thoughts that come over and over and over. There's like a part of you that, or a part of me that I can kind of be more aware, recognizing those thoughts that just come back over and over, and just release those and replace them with something more helpful to my life.
Yes.
Very good. Well,
So join us on Zoom right after this and share your ahas with us. There's a link on the bottom of the screen, and
Thanks in the comments.
yeah, and you can sign up to get on our email list, and then you'll get a weekly email with the links and everything as well too. So we look forward to seeing you on Zoom right after this.
yes. So,
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Great music.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure always.
if you would close your eyes once more as we come together in the nature and the fullness of pure spirit, and recognize that no matter where our journey takes us, it's all good all the time, and that everything we need is provided abundantly, and that this week we observe that which needs to be observed, and we discover that which needs to be discovered, and we take action by declaring the truth of who and what we are. I'm so grateful for each and every individual that participated in the service, whether it was giving music, producing it, speaking the word, or just simply listening and joining us week after week. So very grateful. I now release this word into the law, which is love, and simply say, and so it is.
And so it is.
Hasta mañana.
Hasta mañana.
Yeah,
Bye.
Zoom.
See you on Zoom.
Awesome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.